They fell and became the birds of the sky. It's actually the older generation that still performs, especially often in footage from the main Ukrainian headquarters. There we saw the Ukrainian police storm in, find dynamite and weapons, and other things as well. Among them, the main women are Anna Dubrovska and Kristina Kovalevska, for example. Others, for instance, Teja Davidsena, Lisa Shikun, Lisa Silkova. I believe they are all women from the older generation, the original one. These women are probably in higher positions. Danielilo explained in his videos that they are divided into the main birds. There are 12 of them, and then each one has 5 helpers. So in total there are around 72 women there. He probably doesn't have the full count of them. They simply are divided in some way like this. This is the aristocratic layer which he uses a lot. I would suggest that Annika Dubrovska stands out the most among them. I think from this year's group he particularly favors her, and I regard her as the head of that group. So now we have the first polygamous circle of Tatanzan and the oldest aristocracy, the Ukrainian women. Two other matters are related to this. One of them are the women who were there right from the start, like the aristocratic first layer. They were there during the earliest times, but are no longer present. Neither in Ukraine, nor were they ever in Slovakia. That's because Danilov selected them and sent them around the world to various places in 2018, 2019, sometimes even 2020. Mostly under the supervision of someone he trusts a lot, like Mrs. Kovtunovi or some other people that he knows really well. Let's take an example. I would like to mention Olga Schmidt, a woman who speaks at creativity conferences in the US. If you look, she really does not have any life history before she started doing this a few years ago. The oldest photos, if you really delve into her profile, you'll find out that she was in Ukraine. She has photos from Sofia Temple there, and she met Danielova there in Ukraine. We know that Danilov, when sending the women, changes their names and gives fake passports. A lot of the women here have fake passports. They usually change their names somehow, and it therefore took me a lot of effort to find correct information about them. For example, someone like Teja, it can be spelled EJA or EA or also UA, and there are simply others. They constantly use such different arrangements and deal with it differently. They're doing this to make it harder to search. Moreover, you have to search for a lot of the information in Russian or Ukrainian, so it's not entirely easy. So Olga Schmidt, a classic example, is a woman who had some history, and now she's Olga Schmidt. How did they rename her like that? Schmidt, that's definitely a fake name. Olga, that's probably her real name, and she just continues like this. These are external birds. These are little birds who have served well and have been sent on a mission. Then we have another group.